UFC Fight Night Smith versus Spann full card results. The main event, Anthony Lionheart Smith. He looked amazing in the fight. I mean, his striking was on point, knocking down Ryan Spann, I believe 2 or even 3 times. I mean, yeah, we did have that instance where Ryan Spann picked him up and brought him to the other side of the cage. But Anthony Smith came back from that and knocked down Ryan Spann many, many times. And then ground pounded the heck out of him to launch in that rear naked choke submission. Now, Ryan Spann, I don't know what he's going to do after this. I mean, he got pretty much absolutely destroyed by Anthony Smith right there. I assume he's probably going to fight an unranked guy or like a number 14, number 13 type of guy in the UFC light heavyweight division. And Anthony Smith, of course, he's probably going to go out there to fight Alexander Rakic in their rematch because Alexander Rakic, he's been pushing for the fight with Yuri Prochazka, but the fight hasn't really materialized because Yuri Prochazka wants that title shot. He kind of wants to be the backup for UFC 267, Jan Blachowicz and Glover Teixeira. So I don't think Alexander Rakic versus Yuri is going to happen. So in the meantime, Anthony Smith versus Alexander Rakic, winner gets the winner of Yuri Prochazka and most likely Jan Blachowicz. So that's what's going to be happening for Anthony Smith. The co-main event with Ian Kutala absolutely dominating Devin Clark in the first round. I believe it was a 10-8 in my opinion. Winning the second round, I mean, knocking him down many times, destroying him with ground and pound. It was an absolute domination. Yeah, you can make an argument Devin Clark won one of those rounds. But still, it was an absolute domination from Ian Kutala, and he should definitely get a big step up in competition. Not against Magomed Ankalaev yet again. I don't think that's a fight he wants to take for a third time. He lost the first fight kind of by playing possum a little bit, but the second fight, yeah, he got knocked out pretty badly. So right now he is going to be, I don't really see him on here. Am I blind or is he just not on the ranking? He's not even on the rankings right now. But Ian Kutalaba's 16 wins and 6 losses right there. Got a draw against Dustin Jacoby. Losing to Magomed Ankalaev twice. On the Tapology rankings, he's at number 19. But on the UFC rankings, he's not even on there. So in my opinion, a good fight for Ian Kutalaba. It's got to be another guy with a lot of power. Maybe Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill just got TKO by Paul Craig. I don't think, never mind. Jamal Hill's fighting Jimmy Crute right now. Maybe they just give him Ryan Spann. Maybe they just do that. I was thinking maybe like the loser of Jamal Hill, Jimmy Crute. But if you think about it, I mean, all the guys up here in the top 10, yeah, you could do like Nikita Krylov versus Ian Kutalaba. But I think a good fight to make would be Ryan Spann versus Ian Kutalaba. Ian Kutalaba coming off a dominant win. Very, very dominant win over Devin Clark. I think that's the fight to make. That is the fight to make, in my opinion. Ian Kutalaba versus Ryan Spann. The loser in the main event and the winner in the co-main event. And the winner of Ian Kutalaba and Ryan Spann, I would say maybe guess Volkan Oezdemir because I think he's going to lose that fight. Or maybe they get Dominic Reyes or something like that. There's a lot of things that can happen, but for right now, I do think Ian Kutalaba versus Ryan Spann, it should be a good fight to make. And Anthony Smith could go over there to fight Alexander. In a main event, a 5-rounder again. So there's a lot of good things that can happen here. We also had Ariane Lipski absolutely destroy Mandy Bone. I'll admit I had Mandy Bone winning the fight. It was a horrible prediction on my part. I thought she would go out there, use her kicks at range, jab 1-2 her, stay on the outside, but every single time Ariane Lipski put on the pressure, she really did, like, her movement to get out of the way of Ariane Lipski's strikes, it was absolutely horrible. I mean, she just kept on eating strikes. I mean, she even got taken down many times by Ariane Lipski and destroyed down there as well. So it was not a good performance by Mandy Bone. I had Mandy Bone winning. It was obviously hindsight is 2020. It was a very bad prediction considering how dominant Ariane Lipski did look, but Ariane Lipski did look very, very good. She's right now the 28th female flyweight fighter in the world right now. If we look right here, let's check. So she's at 27 or 28 right now. She did get 2 losses to Montana De La Rosa and Antonina Shevchenko, so she's not going to get that big of a step up in competition in her next fight. Montana is number 17, and Antonina is right there. So maybe Jillian Robertson. I don't know. I don't know what a good fight to make for her would be. What What would be a good fight? Murata Maverick's probably gonna get a top 15 anyway. She's not gonna get a rematch with one of those two girls. Maybe the loser of Jillian Robertson, Priscilla Kachkohera, or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure who she should fight next. You got Sajara Eubanks out there. Maybe they can do that one. But she looked really, really solid in the fight. They're not gonna give her an up-and-comer or someone on a good win streak like JJ Aldrich. Definitely not gonna give her Manny Fioraz. Molly wants to step up. These girls already have fights. She's in Bellator. I don't know who they're going to give her. Miranda, she's not going to take it. She's not going to get that big of a step up. So I really have no idea who they're going to give her who they're going to give her next. I really think maybe if Mayra Bueno Silva gets starched or something, they'll probably just do Mayra Bueno Silva versus Ariane Lipsky. Winner gets a fight inside the top 15 or something. But right now, I really have no idea. I'm really not too sure. On who Ariane Lipsky should be fighting next right now, because she just absolutely destroyed Mandy Bohm, but that was after losing to Montana De La Rosa, and before that losing to I forget the name, Valentina Shevchenko's sister. Dude, why am I forgetting her name right now? I don't know why I'm forgetting her name right now. Antonina Shevchenko. I'm forgetting her name for some stupid reason, but yeah, probably Mayra Bueno Silva would be the best case for Ariane Lipsky to fight next. But there's a lot of things you can do right there. We also had Arman Tsarukyan absolutely starched Christos Giagos with that left hook and a heck of a lot of ground and pound. I mean, his reads and the striking are very, very good. He has a good double leg takedown, a really good overhand right, that left hook as we saw. His striking is good, his wrestling is good, his grappling is good. Everything about Arman Tsarukyan is absolutely amazing, in my opinion. And right now on the lightweight rankings, he is he not? Okay, he's at number 14. I thought for a second he was not ranked, and I was about to slap someone. But right now he's at number 14 on those lightweight rankings. Zero chances he's going to go down in the rankings. Thiago Moises, he's not going to fight him. Rafael and Brad Riddell are already fighting. Gregor, I don't think he's going to go down in the rankings. Connor's not going to take the fight. Dan Hooker's fighting Nasrat. These guys are already kind of scheduled right now. So right now, the most likely opponent for Arman Tsarukyan is going to be Diego Ferreira. I think that is going to be the fight to make. Arman Tsarukyan versus Diego Ferreira. Number 14 versus number 11. Winner gets the loser of Islam Makhachev versus Javier Dos Anjos, or they just straight up get the winner of Dan Hooker, Nasrat Hakparas. But there's a lot of things you can do there. But Arman versus Diego, winner fights Dan Hooker. Could be the thing, or the winner of Dan Hooker and Nasrat. There's a lot of things that can happen there, but for right now, I think Arman versus Diego Ferreira does make a lot of sense in the lightweight division. Really good performance on Christos Giagos right there, though. We had Neyman get a comeback win in the second round. Tony Gravely looked pretty good on the striking in the first, put it on the pressure, mixing in takedowns, landing some strikes when Neyman back was to the cage. Like 20 seconds left in the fight, Tony Gravely drops Neyman in that first round and almost finishes him. If there was like 5, 6, 7 more seconds left, Tony Gravely would have won the fight by knockout in that first round. But Neyman comes back in the second round. As Tony Gravely comes in, he catches him with a jab and then a straight right down the pipe and knocks Tony Gravely out. Crazy comeback right there. Neyman, what a comeback, man. I don't know who he should fight next. He's 14-1, really solid record. Beat Johnny Munoz Jr., Luke Saunders, Tony Gravely. It's a lot of very solid guys. Right now, he's ranked as a 42nd best bantamweight on Tapology. So, right now, I don't know who they should give him. Miles Johns, I don't think they're going to give him Miles Johns. Jimmy Rivera, maybe. I don't even think... I think Jimmy Rivera is outside the UFC, if I'm not mistaken on that one. But yeah, that's a tough one. I'm really not too sure who we should be fighting next. So right now he's at 42. Definitely deserves to step up. None of these guys right here. Louis Smolka, maybe Louis Smolka. Miles Johns could be one. Kyoji Horiguchi. Cody, in my opinion, it's either going to be Cody Statement or it's going to be Louis Smolka. One of those two guys, because Luis beat Jose Alberto Quinones, and he's been getting those step up in competition and losing pretty much every single time. So right now, the main contenders, in my opinion, for Neyman would be Louis Smolka, but most likely I think they'll give him a big step up against Cody Statement or something like that. So Cody Statement versus Neyman is the fight I think should happen next, and I do think Neyman has a very good shot of winning. He's a little bit taller, a little bit lengthier. The wrestling and grappling is very even. The striking is very even. There's a little bit more volume in Cody Statement's favor, but it is a good step up. So Neyman versus Cody Statement could definitely be a good fight in that bantamweight division. We got Joaquin Buckley, 13 wins and 4 losses. Yet another knockout win, this time over Antonio Arroyo, knocking out Impa Kazanganay, Jordan Wright, and then Antonio Arroyo, losing to Kevin Holland and Alessio Di Chirico. Every single fight, win or loss in the UFC, has been a first, second, or third round knockout win or loss. Coming off a win over Antonio Arroyo and then losing at Alessio Di Chirico, he's at number 40 on the middleweight rankings. So I'd say somewhat around top 30, somewhat around this range. So maybe Trevin Giles, could be a good one, or you can do an absolute banger of a fight with Puniho Soriano right there. I don't know. That's a good one because Alessio Di Chirico is at number 36. That's the guy he did lose to, but a fight with Puniho Soriano, I would love to see. I would love to see Joaquin Buckley versus Puniho Soriano. Puniho only has one loss to Brendan Allen, knocking out Dusko, Oscar Piachota, Jamie Pickett, Jonathan Potty, James Horn, all of these guys right there. Joaquin Buckley knocking out Jordan Wright, Impa Kazanganay, and Jackie Gosh. This is the fight to make. I want to see this. I really, really want to see this, man. Joaquin Buckley versus Puniho Soriano is the fight to make, in my opinion. I really want to see the fight. I do think, because Joaquin Buckley, I was not too impressed with the fight. Too impressed with the last fight against Antonio Arroyo. It was very, very 50-50 going into that third round. So if I were the UFC, I would not give him another kickboxing type of guy. There's just no chance. I try to be giving him a kickboxer like like a Brad Tavares. There's no chance of giving him that type of guy. So for right now, Joaquin Buckley versus Puniho Soriano seems like a very, very good fight. I would love to see that one. So what do you think? What do you guys think about that one? Joaquin Buckley and Puniho Soriano, amazing fight. Tafa Nishukwi absolutely dominating Mike Rodriguez for 3 rounds in the wrestling and in the pressure striking on the feet. Number 50 on the light heavyweight rankings. He's gonna get a big step up in competition. John Jones is at number 39. That's funny. Who should they give? Maybe not Khalil. Maybe Devin Clark. Why not? To be quite honest, why wouldn't they give him Devin Clark after that horrible performance from Devin Clark? There's zero chance you're gonna give Devin a step up in competition. So, I would think either Devin Clark should probably fight one of the up-and-coming guys, and one of those up-and-coming guys is Tafa Nishukwi. So I think a good fight would be Tafa Nishukwi and Devin Clark. That'd be a good fight. That would be a very, very solid fight. I would probably have to go Tafa Nishukwi to win, but that is a good fight in my opinion. Raquel Pennington, number 8 in the bantamweight division right now. She beat, let's see right here. She beat Pannie Kianzad, Marion Renal, Irene Aldana, Misha Tate, and then lost to Amanda Nunes, Jermaine Randomie, and Holly Holm. So I don't think a fight with Holly Holm, Jermaine Randomie, or Amanda Nunes are fights to make. I do think a good fight for Raquel Pennington to make is, of course, going to be a step up. Not going to be Yana Kunitskaya. She's having a baby, so I don't think that one's going to happen. Pretty much all of these 3 girls do already have fights. So I don't know. That's tough. Maybe you honestly just do the rematch with Irene Aldana. Irene Aldana, she was supposed to fight Jorena Randomie, but I believe Jorena Randomie was the one that stepped out of that fight, if I'm remembering that correctly. So let's check right here. That fight was supposed to happen on 268, Usman versus Covington. Randomie got injured, so Irene Aldana already lost to Raquel Pennington way back in 2019 right there. So not even too long ago, to be quite honest. So Raquel Pennington going on a 2-fight win streak over Pannie Kianzad, and Marion Renal only losing to Holly Holm while beating Irene Aldana. I would do Irene Aldana, Raquel Pennington again. Winner fights Jorena Randomie as she's getting back from her injury. So that is the fight I think should happen right there. Would be Irene Aldana, Raquel Pennington. I would go Irene Aldana to win, but it is a very, very good fight. We have Zhu Rong, 18 wins and 4 losses in the lightweight division. The youngest fighter in UFC. I don't know if it's UFC history, but he's a very, very young fighter. The 108th best lightweight fighter in the world. He had a very, very solid wrestling performance against Brandon Jenkins right there. He's going to get a decent step up in competition this time around. I'm just not too sure how big of a step up in competition. Maybe Roosevelt Roberts. I don't know. I think it should be another striking type of guy. So maybe Frank Camacho. Why not? Put him against a guy that's on a losing streak type of Neil Dariush and then Justin James right there, who's got not really the best chin, and that could be like another highlight reel type of fight for Zhu Rong. The UFC kind of does this a lot, where they put young up and coming guys that have a lot of finishes on their record against a guy that's been finished quite a lot recently, like Frank Camacho. So maybe they do Frank Camacho versus Zhu Rong. The winner gets a fight inside of that top 50 of the lightweight division, or just comes up and fights like Ricky Glenn. But I think that would be a very, very solid fight. Frank Camacho and Zhu Rong. There's plenty of other fights you can definitely make for Zhu Rong right there, but that is the fight I think should happen. Montel Jackson, 11 wins and 2 losses. Go for the finish, Montel. Just why? Why are you not going for the finish? I really do not understand. But he's at number 26 in the bantamweight division, beat Jesse Schrader, and then JP Bynes only losing to Bright Johns. Nathaniel Wood is on a losing streak. Casey Kenny is also on a losing streak right there. Maybe just do Casey Kenny, to be quite honest. I don't know. Maybe it's either the only two guys I'm really thinking about for him to fight next would either be Casey Kenny or Raoni Barcelos. Maybe Kyler Phillips, but I don't think that fight's going to happen. I think either Raoni Barcelos or Casey Kenny are the fights for Montel Jackson next. He's not going to fight Said Nurmagomedov, not going to fight Ronnie Aya, Jack Shore, Timur Valiev. I think Nathaniel Wood or Casey Kenny. I'm gonna take out Raoni Barcelos. Casey Kenny or Nathaniel Wood should be the next fight on Montel Jackson's list. Most likely, in my opinion, I would rather say Casey Kenny, as he is on a 2-fight losing streak. So Casey Kenny versus Montel Jackson is, in my opinion, the fight you should definitely be making next. Aaron Blancfield, 7 wins and 1 loss in the flyweight division. Where is she at right now? 39th on the flyweight rankings. So if you look up the rankings, her only loss is to Tracy Cortez right here, but I don't care. I would give her a step up, even above that maybe, or just around that range. You got Sajara Eubanks up there. You got Poliana Botello up there. There's a lot of girls that you can definitely put for Aaron Blancfield. She has really good wrestling, very good kickboxing, jabs, 1-2. She's very long, very tall, very lengthy. I don't know. Who would be a good fight for her? Maybe, I don't know. Where's Liana Juju even ranked? Liana Juju. I would say the winner of Liana Juju versus Courtney Casey. The winner of that fight, or you just put her with Ji-Yeon Kim. Ji-Yeon Kim hasn't been doing really too good recently, losing to pretty solid strikers in Alexa Grasso and Molly McCann. That would be a good step up in competition against Ji-Yeon Kim. I do think she would definitely win the fight. I think it'd be a close to 29-28 decision, but I think that is a very good fight for Aaron Blancfield to show off her wrestling, because I mean Ji-Yeon Kim has decent striking at range. The jab, the 1-2, the front kick, the body kick. Her wrestling takedown defense isn't the best, and she does not do good under pressure. Aaron Blancfield has very good pressure striking and very good wrestling, so that'd be a good fight to make. And the winner of that one, I would say, gets like the loser of Marina Moroz and Luana Carolina or something like that. But for right now, Ji-Yeon Kim versus Aaron Blancfield can definitely be a good fight on a prelim of some fight night, and then the winner will get a shot on the main card of a fight night or something like that. But Aaron Blancfield, I think that'd be a good fight for her. Carlson Harris was 17 wins and 4 losses. The man's an absolute beast. He's been doing amazing. To start off in this welterweight division, there's plenty of guys. I already think, because right now he's ranked, I believe at 74 or 70. He's right here. He just beaten the number 70 guy. He's at number 69 on these welterweight rankings. I don't care. I'm gonna put him in the top 50 of those welterweight rankings, and I would say, put him against a veteran. Put him against a veteran in this welterweight division. Warley Alves is coming off a TKO loss to Jeremiah Wells. They're both very good wrestlers and grapplers, and very good strikers. So I think that's a good one. I think that is a good fight right there. Warley Alves versus Carlson Harris. Because Warley Alves right now, if you look at his age, he is 30 years old in the prime of his MMA career. Needs a comeback fight to get him back in the gist of things in the welterweight division. But Carlson Harris, I believe, is 34 years old, so he needs to climb the rankings really, really fast. And I do think a fight with number 35 welterweight would be a really, really good fight. So Carlson Harris, in my opinion, versus Warley Alves would be a good one. If he can beat Warley Alves and continue that streak, beating Impa Kazanganai and Christian Aguilera, and then potentially Warley Alves as well, then I will consider maybe a top 25 type of guy. Maybe like a Lizu Zaleski, loser Nico Price, Alex Oliveira, something like that. And if he can win that one, put him in the top 15, because this man has amazing striking, kickboxing. I think he's a very, very good fighter. If he was like 29, 28 years old, he would be a top 15 fighter in the next couple of years. But the fact is, he is 34 years old, so I know he wants to climb the rankings really, really fast. So right now, Warley Alves, if he wins that one, the loser of, where to go, Nico Price, Alex Oliveira, if he wins that one, I would put him against like Javanil or something like that. But there's a lot of fights you can make for Carlson Harris. But for right now, Warley Alves versus Carlson Harris, two really good grapplers and very, very solid strikers. I would really want to see that one. We also have Gustavo Lopez, Haley Alate. They got a draw on that one. I don't really think either of them are going to be future champions of the bantamweight division. It doesn't really matter who Gustavo Lopez or Haley Alate fight. Just some other maybe up-and-coming striker in the bantamweight. There's a fly over there. Just some random other up-and-coming bantamweight, some young bantamweight to build that younger guy's name off of Haley Alate and Gustavo Lopez. I really don't care who either of those guys fight next, to be quite honest. But Hannah Goldie, Emily Whitmire, I would say cut both of them. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Cut Hannah Goldie and cut Emily Whitmire. That's what I gotta say right there. But yeah, those are all the fights I do think should be made next for UFC Fight Night Smith versus Spann. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fights you can make. Armandazar Yukon versus Diego Vejeda is a really good fight. And all of these fights right here, there's a lot of very interesting matchups you can make with all of the winners on UFC Fight Night Smith versus Spann. Cannot wait to see what the UFC does with all of these guys right there. But those are what I think should happen next for UFC Fight Night Smith versus Spann. If you guys like the video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. If you guys want to get notified for when I post a new video, like the video, subscribe, everything like that, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's go.